You got to call somebody to put them back up because your maintenance guy can't handle that type of work. So that's the type of work that we ultimately get. A lot of the reasons I get phone calls about certain repairs to a property has to do with the perception or the way it looks from the road, the drive up, curb appeal.
Right.
So you'll have the Friday night drinker come home and turn into the first gate, and they take out the two brick columns and then take out the gate, and now it looks all mangled. Well, next day when people start coming by to rent and they want to lease, they just keep on driving because they don't want to drive it someplace that looks like it's got a bunch of hoodlums hanging out there. So the and apartments, just let me speak to the grade of apartments for a second. So apartments are graded in the industry as an A, B, C, and then they try not to say D. They basically say that it's a work in progress. They're trying to get it to a C.
Yeah.
But you've got certain properties that are going to stay a class C because of they're 40 years old. They're in a less than perfect neighborhood that's maybe a transition neighborhood. But if you're the best property in a class C neighborhood, you're still able to get that renter who will pay a premium to live there because you've got people who are got their families. They're in a neighborhood that's maybe your inner urban neighborhood. They will pay a premium to live in that apartment complex because it's nicer, it's safer. You've got 24-hour security. I don't do that type of stuff. But to the point of upgrading, fresh coat of paint, anything that's hanging off the building, like gutters get beat up in storms, right? Well, you got 25 buildings and the buildings got wrecked by wind and the gutters are hanging off the buildings. You got to call somebody to put them back up because your maintenance guy can't handle that type of work. So that's the type of work that we ultimately get.